Hi, welcome. My name is Jérôme Mathias. I'm French, father, cybersecurity researcher, and CISO for 25 years of experience. I'm pleased to present you today my project XORCISM. And before that, let's start with some bit of history. XORCISM is a cybersecurity research project I started a decade ago. At that time, I was a pen tester, and we were finding a ton of vulnerabilities at every engagement. I had then been selected to speak at Black Hat and other hacking conferences about my researches. But at that time, I was surprised that my pen test reports had low impact at management level, even with critical findings. I then worked in SOC and CERT, doing detection, incident management, and response. I was surprised again that incident report had low impact at management level and poor decisions to improve the cybersecurity posture were taken. You will often face a budget issue. But what I learned is then people, process, and technology framework, and I have been surprised to see that teams work in silos. They are using a huge amount of tools with poor compatibility and integration, meaning interoperability. So in parallel, I learned about information security management on GRC. I passed the ISO 27001 certification, then CISSP and CISM. I got my first ISO role and started to think about what could be a good tool to manage cybersecurity. After a few hours of thinking and development, I present you today XORCISM. What I learned from various frameworks, ISO, NIST, CIS, you name it, is that asset management should be your first focus. Everything is related to asset. Your risk register, all your GRC work, the vulnerabilities, the incidents, the threats are all linked to assets. So start with it and do it right. From my point, any tool without some part of asset management is a bad tool. Teams working on many different tools and in silos are not efficient. So let's start to see the XORCISM menu. And the first one is about asset. So here you can import your asset, meaning software, hardware, data that are important for you or your company. If you create a new asset, you will see that you have a lot of different fields. These ones are here to be compatible with standards like ARF format from MITRE and so forth. You will see also that you can create your asset directly mapping them with already other informations. There are tables in XORCISM, meaning you can link with your CPE for compliance of your configuration. You can link it with overall definition. You can link your vulnerabilities manually, or we will see that they can be linked by tools, running them directly from the platform or importing the results of a scan. You can manage audits that you are doing around your asset and so forth. The second part is about configuration management. In this part, I'm using OVAL, which is a well-defined standard. So here you can see that I have imported the OVAL definitions, which is more than 35,000 lines. And you can test with that if a system is installed, if the software is installed, if you have proper compliance configuration settings defined, and also check for vulnerabilities. Another part is compliance. In this part, you will manage your policies, standards, and processes, and also the audit you are doing around them. So if I'm taking an example, you can see all the fields here. You can import, check what assets are in the scope of your assessment. And from there, you will obtain a risk score that I will present you later. Another part is third-party risk management is more important nowadays facing new regulations like DORA. So here you can create questionnaires with management of your questions and answers. and send your questionnaires to your third party and manage the risk score of your third party. There's a vulnerability management options here. I have imported all the CVE that are known, and you can see that you can manage for each asset what are the vulnerabilities that are linked. You can insert new vulnerabilities. So let's say that you are working on the AEV catalog. You check, you identify a new vulnerability. You want to check if it already exists. Here is the case. It will auto-populate, and you can link it to your asset. Another part is cyber threat intel management. From there, you can manage your feeds. It's STIX compatible, so you can obtain a graph from there, and all the fields and nodes are linked to the STIX format and the forms to manage the threat actors, the malware, the indicators, and so forth. You can do incident management. It's not well developed for now, but you can still manage incident and alert. It's important in the case where you have a new incident. Let's say a new KEV vulnerability is coming, and you have vulnerable alerts. You can immediately start to a remediation plan, and then potentially, if you have an incident affecting personal identifiable information, you can start to notify the regulators. It's come with exposure. Exposure is a way of managing connectors. Connectors are tools that you can use to run directly from the platform or to import results in the XORCISM database. That's it for an overview of the possibilities of XORCISM. I hope you like it. Don't hesitate to visit the website exorcism.ai and request to register for the newsletter. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.